From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Herbert from the gun. His first throw is an interception. Escapes a defender. And the Chiefs have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To the air, Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Pacheco has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
It's his running back. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10, Herbert. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Now Herbert again. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another chance for it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have it on 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Chargers take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump.
Uh-huh.
You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he'll be touchdown after a big play. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Firing one deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Play action, Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing again, Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back to the well again. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Chiefs territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers leading near the break. 2nd and 3 now. Tight end going in motion here. From the 47. Looking right, and he finds him. And he stopped cold at the spot. We will keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They've got a man in motion. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. McConkey's got it on the sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. It's do it with that kind of accuracy down the field. This dude's elite.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Give now to the running back. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their 1st. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Home cook right. Go.
He gets it headed right. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Third and goal, right back to him. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's Mahomes now. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone in line. Trying again, following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Second and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable third down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem? Well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
Putting a receiver in motion. Herbert on first down. Gets this to McConkey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Herbert from the gun. He's on the move. He finds Johnson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Catch is made in close. It's an air touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He's back to throw. Complete out to the right side.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll fling it deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. Broke through the tackle. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Working quickly here. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it at the 7. And he almost gets to the 5. He's out at the 6.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's Pacheco on third. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, the defense is energized with that stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Mahomes to throw for it. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed to his running back. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A give now from the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Pass is caught at the 9. He's going to be taken down to the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball. And you keep...
And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Ooh, almost to throw the costume. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
On target to Worthy. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Mahomes on first and 10. Hits his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves him with third and short.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Mahomes to throw on third and 1. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Throwing again, Mahomes. Getting out to his left. And he runs out of bounds a yard or two behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Back to throw, Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's out a little short of the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for second down.
Go, go. Whoa. 59, 59. 5-9, 5-9. Baylor Tiger.
They send a man in motion.
Ready.
Here's second and 11. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. So they're left facing third and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
21. Hey, ram. Baylor Tiger.
On third down, Herbert. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Here's Mahomes now. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here are the Chiefs facing a massive two-point try. Mahomes throwing for two. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, Herbert. Hauled in left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, Kappa. Set.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, go line. Hey.
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. Space pass to 35. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chiefs down by a touchdown. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. It's Pacheco again. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone in line. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's taken down at the 30. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Has it at the 7. And that's going to move the chains. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. It's second and goal. Trying again with Pacheco. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held them out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Yellow.
Looking to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead.